beautiful souls. Welcome in. Let's begin. So, we are ending this beautiful year, or perhaps not so beautiful for some of you because it's been a lot of rough, but we're ending this year in this full moon in Cancer, which is actually pretty amazing and beautiful. Before we get into this, I just want to thank you for being here, for sharing this space. There has been, for you that are viewing me often, thank you for your subscribes and all your likes and shares. I'm going to do a forecast video. I have so much downloads, but it's been quite a lot for this couple of months here, and also working within myself. As you know, that this channel is authentic and we're using different layers of this existence. So it is completely natural, and I'm letting it unfold natural and organic as this channel is growing too, because I wanted to reciprocate the same energy. So thank you for bearing with me. And also, if you're watching this tarot story for this whole month, we've been posting videos, so that's been intense. But I've been trying to squeeze in this full moons and new moons because Spirit has given it to me that we need to work with our shadow self, our feminine aspect, our dark, our exhale. I feel like we're inhaling so much, and in my meditation, they keep giving it to me that we need to exhale more. We're kind of exhaling short, but we're inhaling too much. So we have a lot of air that needs to come out. So that's why we're working with the moon cycles, because there is a lot of clearing that needs to happen there, if that makes sense for you. So thank you. If you're new here, how wonderful. Welcome in. Feel safe and feel loved in this channel, because we're just spreading these beautiful vibes, and I'm just trying to help out whoever this resonates for. I'm not trying to direct anything that's happening in these videos. I'm just letting it flow completely naturally. So as always, as you know how this works, we are always doing things naturally, and we're working with new cards by Charlotte Baron Reed. I just bought this deck and I haven't studied it so much, but I've heard so many good things about the good tarot. So I bought these cards and I wanted to break them in for this new year of 2024, but also ending it. So I picked, as you can see on this picture now, 3 cards. And interesting here is that I have 8 of air, 8 of fire, and 8 of water, which is very strange to pull out from the deck. 8s, 3 8s. So we're definitely working with motivations, but also with karmic cycles that has been repeating themselves. So everyone, whichever card that you pick, 1 2 3, I want you all to pick one that you resonate with. The colors, what is in the pictures, is it from the 8 of air, the angel wings, or is it from the air 8 of fire, the panda, or 8 of water, the treasure chest, or the boat? Whatever you feel drawn to that resonating, just let's work on our intuition and building that up. So connect with that card and know that your spirit team, spirit angels, spirit helpers, however words that you want to use into that, they will guide you into the message that you need to hear. And I'm going to read directly from the book because it's very beautiful. I got dyslexia, so bear with me if I cannot nail all the words correctly. You can correct me if you want to. I'm totally fine with that. I love to grow, but we're going to do that at the end of this video. So stick around and let's see those messages of what you need to know. But I really want to say this, that all piles have this connection to karmic connections, and with karma, I mean our body is connecting to every cell in our body, everything that we've accumulated from our ancestor that has been passed down. We're kind of, that's what karma means, we're kind of repeating what they've been going through. So whatever it is right now, you're breaking away from that. So you're not doing the usual, what they have done. And in order to do something else, it can feel very uncomfortable stepping into territory that you've never been in. So I'm so proud of you all that are going through this, because it's not an easy journey to just break through something that has been put in generations after generations. So you're very strong, and yes, keep breaking those patterns. Let's wait to the end of this video to reveal that message. So just keep in mind, if you want to change, shift the numbers as the video is going, please do so. Follow your intuition however it wants to come through to you. And as always, this is a timeless message, so whenever it reaches you, it is, but it's also for the 2 weeks ahead. So we're working with this new moon ending this half December month, going into January, and to the new moon that will be in Capricorn, if I'm saying it correctly now. So let's just get into it. I want to see the recent past, now, and where you are moving ahead in this journey. Before we start, let's just get into these little technicalities of the planet positions to help us out what is happening energetically. So we are in Cancer, which is family. Everything is about families, and we are connecting to what we consider to be our family. So it doesn't have to be our biological family. It can be the family that we're connecting with, the people that we feel is our family. So it's a lot of things that are being resolved right now energetically with those families. And because Cancer is all about home, so many of you perhaps have started home projects and are doing something in your home. You're noticing things that you want to change, clear out. This is happening very intensely. So these 2 weeks ahead now, this is what's happening. You're clearing out, you're making room for new things to grow. And as in the Cancer sign, it's a cardinal sign, so everything shifts. So you're not being rigid and having structure. You're letting it flow. And how wonderful, because we're in these seasons where many people are free from work, so they can be home. So we can naturally let the energy guide us and let it flow naturally in that way, how it wants to unfold for us, individually and also collectively. So when we're working with the cardinal sign, Cancer's opposite sign is Capricorn. So we're balancing these two aspects, which is work life and home life, and kind of having this balance. Many of you, it's been coming up in my meditation, many of you are working too much where you are not including your family, and now comes this urge that you want to include what you love into your daily life. You don't want it to be just work, 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 or constantly be with family where you feel like you're missing out other things that you want to do. So this work life home balance is happening now, when you're reevaluating what works, what doesn't work, how you need to reconstruct it so that it fits your life that you are starting in your journey and your direction into 2024. So that's what I want to say about that. We have Jupiter at the end of this month finally going direct. So it's been going retrograde, appearing like it's going backward, but it's actually not. Let's not get too deep into that. But Jupiter is more gifts, and many of you will receive gifts in the beginning of the year that will benefit you into moving forward in your 2024. That is very positive. Mercury right now is going retrograde, so I hope that this video gets completed in the right time so I can put it out for you guys. But it is going finally direct after the first. So the first portal will be very significant, because Mercury will actually go direct. So everything will go smoothly and perfectly, because we also have our luck with Jupiter. That's wonderful into those aspects, knowing that. But we're clearing out. So Cancer, very much home. So home, I'm a Cancer myself, if I'm going to share, and it's very much so home oriented, where you want to feel safe in your home. Where's your home? And many of you want to change home. That's what I got in my meditation. You don't like where you are. It doesn't feel like that is the energy that is matching where you're going. So you're maybe relocating. So let's just pick some cards here and see what happens. So for all the viewers that are watching now, what do they need to see and what do they need to know? Thank you, Spirit. So let's go here. Okay. Yeah. So in the recent past, the Two of Pentacles here is basically saying you had so much responsibilities and there are some burdens that really needed to be released because you're doing too much. You're overworking yourself and doing too much. Again, with this home and work balance was off. So perhaps many of you got sick very often, and that's significant to you to know, because Spirit is in that way trying to block you, trying to stop you so that you're not moving too much forward because you're not balanced. When we get sick, it's the biggest indication that we're not balanced enough. So that is in your recent past. In your now moment, you are... because we have these eights that are very significant now, and we have these karmic patterns, you really have these... ego is our ego is our mind, which is in itself karmic, of patterns that are just replaying themselves. You're trying to step out right now from this mindset of holding yourself back or doing what your generation has always done within your family, within your community, and it's being difficult because these patterns keeps pulling you in. That is what's happening in this now position, but you're being asked to open your heart more. Every time I see this card, there is a feeling of there is a lion in you, a very big strong energy, stronger than you think, that you can break through this. But because you've been conditioned like this lamb to just follow the herd, do what everyone has always done, it kind of becomes like a paradox within you where both of them simultaneously are happening. And we've been having from these readings now a lot of the contradicting energy, both black and white, and just trying to blend into this gray area. And I think in this now position, it is again what it is referring it back to, that you have to have more confidence that you can actually do this. You are capable of more than you think. It's just these patterns, and patterns are difficult. We have to be patient here because we have the six in your recent future, 6 of Swords in reverse. Again here, you're about to move ahead somewhere. You're moving ahead. So again, Cancer is home. It can be energetically. If you're not physically moving somewhere, energetically, you want to move away from that place. But again, because we have this in reverse, it is something stopping you. And I'm definitely, they're giving it to me like it's just these patterns. These patterns have been there for so long that they keep to... when you resist them, they keep persisting even more. So you're being asked to kind of, and this is the perfect time to try to relax into it, to let it flow how it needs to flow, and trust that everything will happen. Because sometimes when we're doing our inner work, it can seem like nothing is happening in our outer world. And when we are in the opposite, again, when we're doing too much in our outer world, it can seem like we are okay inside here, but you know what I mean? It's the opposite. I hope that this makes sense. I'm trying to read out this energetically for you. You're trying to move away. What I'm trying to say here is that you are being asked to move away, and you are going there, but this hesitation keeps holding you back. So now, let's keep going here in the recent past. Let's bridge them over here from the recent past to the future. Now, tell us more about this. What does the viewer need to know? Yeah, because in the recent past, again, disappointments, okay? You're going through these disappointments and your heart is aching. I can feel my heart is actually hurting right now. It feels like someone is sticking a knife right through my heart. If this is how you feel, again here, because I keep getting this in my downloads that we need to exhale more. We are inhaling, so I feel like you're breathing in so much, and when you're exhaling, you're not emptying your diaphragm from the bottom of your stomach. You're not exhaling all that needs to exhale from you. You're holding it in, and this is again mirroring everything that is happening in this reading, that there is a release that needs to happen, and there's just this pain. But again, since we have this in reverse, it is a release. You are on the verge of bridging over and releasing. But how does one remain their heart open? Again, I'll say this 1,000 times. The heart is meant to be broken, as in the sense that it is meant to be broken open. So you can release and love and accept everything that is happening, seeing it as a part of yourself, seeing it as something that is meant to teach you something, instead of refusing it and labeling it as an enemy or as unfair, because we don't want to be in those lower frequency, which I don't feel none of you are on this channel, to be honest. You're very fierce and very determined, and you're going, yes, you're on the bridge of having to deal with many energies at once, and it might feel like one is going crazy, but again, you are all being awesome because you're breaking generational curses here. You're really stepping out of your comfort zones. Okay, let's see. In the future, in the present moment. Okay, so here, the world in reverse. Again, a cycle wants to close out, but you're kind of holding it in. You want it to be closed in your sense. You know, like even if you have a relationship and you've been gaslight, I don't know where that's coming from, but I feel like some of you are dealing with a relationship that is actually hindering, because it is home-based energy. So if you've been going through and you've been gaslight, or you've been lied to so many times where you want this closure and you never got the closure, we can give ourselves the closure. We don't have to wait for another person in order for us to give ourselves that closure. And this is what this card is saying. Like, this cycle is ending. This cycle is over. You don't have to hold on to it. The only one holding on to it is this pattern. And these patterns are not who you truly are. It's just a accumulation of karmic, of past, of just energy that has been there in generations. So it's not yours. It is kind of just repeating everything that has happened before. It's a repeating cycle. So they're giving it to me like they really want you to understand that you're not none of these things. You're none of these things. And it is difficult because you're reprogramming here. Let's just bridge one card here in the present moment. What can the viewers do in the present moment? Right now, moving ahead these 2 weeks, what is the most important message here for the viewer? Thank you. We got the Knight of Swords. Okay, so you need to relax, okay? So when you get this epiphany, when you have this understanding and you really want to move forward, you're kind of being asked to take it easy, okay? Because I'm laughing because this energy is so, you're just charging ahead. You really want to get there and you're frustrated in it. You don't have to be frustrated. Everything is okay exactly how it is. You need to relax, okay? You need to relax. And when this truth comes in and you're starting to take action, take it easy. Don't get too reckless here in taking action, okay? Like this motorcycle we can see in the picture. How's a motorcycle? When you're riding, it's amazing and you want to have that speed and everything, but one wrong and everything's over, right? Just one little thing can go wrong and everything's over, all of that enjoyment. So it's kind of asking you, when you're riding this bike, you need to relax. You need to be completely calmed and zen out when you're riding it, so that it is a smooth ride. Because if you're going with all of this energy where your mental mind is with you and it's not really all the clarity that you have right now, it will end up in a bad situation, okay? I'm just going to leave it like that. You're being asked to just relax into it, even when you get everything that you need right now and moving forward. So there's a lot of epiphanies, and I want to see which masters we're working with here before we go into 1, 2, 3 cards here, your additional message. So this full moon in Cancer, it feels very emotional. You're going through a lot of things emotionally, which are reprogramming and reframing your mind's thought processes. They're completely changing here. So don't be too reckless and don't push too much, because stay in the emotion. Don't let the mind start, because as soon as we start to clear out, the mind wants to come in and kind of create the new story. Don't let a new storyline start. And I really feel it in the heart. Wow, some of you really... Don't be scared when you feel whatever you feel in your heart. Just relax into it. relax into it and let it happen, okay? Because I feel a lot of pressure in my heart. And I see a lot of hearts in this picture. Okay, what masters in this emotional journey moving 2 weeks ahead here? What does the viewer need to know emotionally? Okay, divine order. Okay, you're learning an important lesson here. See, again, there's no right, there's no wrong. Since you're stepping out of your ancestor, you're stepping out of a karmic thing that has always happened. The higher powers are not directing you into what you should do. Because we have this free will, it is beautiful when things develop organically how they're supposed to do. And here is again, you're being encouraged to do what you feel is right. And by that, you can only do that when you listen to your heart, when you relax, when you allow your heart to speak to you, and don't let the mind take over. This is where you will learn a beautiful lesson and connect with purple. So if you see purple, because there's a lot of purple in this picture, so I would definitely look at signs, because purple is a very strong, powerful sign. You have a lot of energy within you from many past lives. Wow, you're really changing something here. I feel like it's something big here coming through. I don't know what it is, so I'm not going to put any words to it. But wow. I was blown away when 3 times in a row picking up this card, I got the 8. That felt wow from the beginning. But let's do one more master. One more master. One more master here. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Dharma unfolding. See, your path is unfolding. One step at a time. I hope you can see it, that it's not flaring too much. I'm sorry if it is. But one step at a time. You guys, one step at a time. Everything is unfolding perfectly and naturally, okay? You're here and there are spirits and there's this master energy from Dual Cool that is, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, that is with you, that you're being acknowledged that you're going through this path. You're not alone. This is beautiful. They're really there with you. And all of these steps are unfolding perfectly and naturally. I'm so happy for you guys. But again, when we are in this emotional state, I feel this calmness. You're going to be calm when these emotions will settle and when they will organically reveal themselves to you all. I really hope that these messages will resonate for you and that you always take what you need and leave the rest behind. But just as I can feel this relaxing, just know that every step that you're taking is completely natural and it's beautiful. Everything's going to be all right, okay? Why am I hearing Bob Marley? Every little thing's gonna be all right. That's fun. Very good artist. He also came from the heart and in that sense. So try to connect with that energy. Listen to music that's soothing and that brings out these emotions of opening your heart. Okay? That was beautiful. So this is what we can expect for these 2 weeks ahead. Thank you. And now try to pick 1, 2, 3, and we're going to read to see what we need to hear. I've marked them here for you guys to make it a little bit smoother. Okay, we have 8 of air, and that is the picture. The message for all of you that picked number 1, 8 of air, or just the images reflecting on this picture, your message is release from denial, seeing things as they are clearly. I'm sorry. With spirit at your side, with spirit on my side, encouraging me, I hope my eyes to see things as they really are. To be disillusioned is to free myself from illusions that keep me from the growth and healing I deserve. So I bid goodbye to illusions that have clouded my vision. Honesty give me strength and courage to face what I have to face. That is your message for you that picked the Eight of Air, which was the number 1. Let's go for number 2. Sorry that I'm a slow reader here, but I really want you to hear these messages because they're so beautiful. Okay, 8 of Fire. Gathering momentum, celebrating shifts, changes, travel, transformation. Momentum is building as the power of spirit serves to power this transformation. I'm traveling to new territories and I'm eager to experience all that these lands have to offer. I have arrived at my destination and now the adventures of discovery is energizing me. And that was your message if you picked the 8 of Fire. And now the 8 of Water. What I'm noticing here in these messages is we're traveling, something is shifting, we are releasing. This is beautiful. And I love these messages that she is writing here. Let's see, 8 of Water. Journey of discovery, letting go and seeking a deeper meaning and greater authenticity beyond superficiality. All that glitter isn't gold, and I know that I always deserve authentic riches, the gold that fills me with joy, abundance, and understanding. I fearlessly pause to re-examine where I have been, where I am, and where I might go. Now, I consciously choose the path that is right for me instead of the one that seems likely to draw me onto it, or the one I feel I ought to walk. I am true to my heart. I've come as far as I can, and I leave by the wayside the last vestige of illusions, the last bit of fear and shame. I will no longer hold on to what isn't right for me. Okay, you guys, what I'm hearing in all of these piles, again, because there's this connection of the 8s, is that you're releasing yourself, you're moving. Whether it is with the card number 1 that you are removing yourself from an energy that doesn't no longer serve you, or with the card number 2 where you are actually leaving and transforming to where you actually need to be, or the 3 where you are letting it go completely and perhaps even moving across the sea, because I'm being drawn to that boat across the water. Pile number 1, you always have angels that will protect you. That is your extra message here. And pile number 2, you have the heart. You have such a beautiful, soft heart in there. If your heart is closed, please open it for the rest of the world because they really need it. Okay? And pile number 3, your shadow self will be your greatest asset. All of those difficulties have pushed you to where you need to go. Even if it feels like that is not the case, if all of those hardship didn't happen, you will not be where you are. You would actually stop a long time ago. And you will arrive in a beautiful place. You will really shift timelines. Pile number 3. These were your messages for this beautiful, wow. This was very big. Thank you for letting me close this 2023 with all of you, and I'd like to thank you. I hope that this message, because I'm giving it authentically, I hope that this message reaches whoever that needs to hear it at this time. I'm not judging who it is. Even if it changes one person's life, I feel like I've done something different, and I'm also in this journey of rediscovering how to deliver these messages in the best way to you all. So I thank you all for your patience, and thank you for sticking around this long and into this video, and for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. And I hope to see you into the new year. I hope you all have a wonderful new year, and that you take care of yourself and tender to your emotions, because that's what this period of 2 weeks moving forward is all about. So as always, have a wonderful day. Sending love your way. Bye everyone.